You might call this the original neck jig, but really what it was is I was having problems getting some guitars apart, and all of this wood was laying right outside Dan Earlywine's shop, and in about an hour or so I made this thing. The concept is very easy. And bring this down right over top of that, and then you just tighten these things up. And this is not something that you want to crank down on. And I have this piece of aluminum, and I come in, drop that right there, bring this down. And then you just snug this up like that, okay? And it's in place. And then I take it, and I'm gonna set it right there, and I put it in the vise like that, so when we apply the steam and stuff, it goes down. Now I know people are using the heat needle these days, and I haven't warmed up to that yet. On vintage guitars, and this is technically vintage, but I'm thinking like 30s, 40s Martins, there's human being handwriting in there, and I don't like burning that handwriting, so I stick with my steam. And this is the hose that I've had forever. It's already heated up, and I have the reservoir filled about halfway with water, but it's off right now. But once it's up to temperature, I can turn it on, and I can turn it off. That's what I like about this. And these things are $35. It's already moving, look at that. Let's see what happens. A little bit on it, let's see if it comes loose. This side is very loose, see that?
Oh yeah.
It's sticking right down here. This is what you don't want to disturb, and this is what you don't want to disturb. That's like holy ground. You don't want to mess with that. Let's try this side. We're going to put the steam back in for like 1 more minute. You watch. This is the side we have to work on. Let it sit there for a minute.
Yep.
See that?
There it goes.
Yeah, that's what I think. I think we got it. Don't worry about the steam. We aren't going to have it in there long enough for it to be a problem. Now what I'm looking for is any wood that's stuck to the bottom of that tongue. If it was, which it's not, I'd have to come in here and just do a little slice like this. But you be very careful of that, because like I said, this, all that's, it's nothing you want to be messing with. That's a whole nother repair.
Got it. Wow.
And look how clean that is. See the numbers here? Look at this. See the human being handwritings? See the O-beam I talked about? And now we pop it off and do some cleaning. There's a little bit of glue right there. Out it comes. Have a little bit right here. Let's get that. Ah. Look at that. Just comes right off.
Okay.
Be very careful of this area.
Oh wow.
It's a lot easier to do that right now. And this is ready. Tomorrow is less set, okay?
Okay. Bridge reglue, refret, possible neck reset.
It's a neck reset, I can see it. Let's do a guitar evaluation. This is a sweetie pie. This is like the right year. This is, I'm gonna say that this is a 50s guitar.
Owner said 53.
Pickguard dead giveaway. Also the shape of the pickguard in the late 50s, that end of that pickguard gets a little flatter on the bottom. I can show that to you. See the placement's kicked over a little bit. This is a 00, which is a fine instrument. These are far overlooked. A more fun in your chair guitar you've never played. It's pretty hard to get past the 30s and early 40s Martins. That's a pinnacle of space and time. I feel that this was a secondary sweet spot for the Martin Guitar Company, was in the 50s right up until 1959. And these are tapered braced instruments, so they're not scalloped. They stopped scalloping in like 45, right in that range. I think it's in great shape. I don't see any problem back here. I see no problem with the top. Everything looks like it should look. That's very common with Martins. They use quality materials, but the neck is worn, but all original. This shows no sign of being apart. You always want to look for that. If you see any sign of being apart, the first thing that comes to your brain is, did they epoxy the neck back on, or did they do some crazy thing? You don't know. Let's do a quick evaluation on the inside. Got a mirror. Other than being dusty, we're going to clean that up. The bridge plate's in perfect condition. It's not wore. I can see the tapered braces. Everything is absolutely clean as a whistle. That's what you want. Let's take a look up front. So this guitar is fine. It definitely needs a neck set. The strings are a mile high. This is a 53, so this is going to have a T-bar. So that means when I look down this neck, the neck is going to be straight. It's really straight from here to here. It's just, you know, the tops of the frets come right to the top of the bridge.
Right.
But see how the neck is straight? Another thing too, get a close-up on this. You see this? This guy played, look at that. The guy played C a lot. And I'm not big on filling these. I'll level the fretboard and I'll get those frets in there. I would rather look at the wear than look at a big puddle of wood dust and super glue. On a guitar, traces of human beings and them being played isn't the worst thing in the world. We don't have any strap buttons to deal with. Look at the Brazilian rosewood fretboard. They were really good at matching these two. Many times you'd see the Brazilian boards just ideally matching the bridges. This is just a perfect guitar. Oh, look at that. It does have grooves in it. These might not be the original pins. They just looked like it from the top. Okay, right now we're going to do this. Pull back, 1 fret past the body. We say that because if it's a 12 fret instrument, it's going to be here, but this is a 14 fret instrument, so it's going to be 15.
Right.
You push that back so you know where it is. Set that on there. I have a groove in it. You got this under control?
Yes.
There's that one. Pop.
54077.
Write that right on, right there. Just because we're doing a neck set on this guitar does not mean that we're replacing the frets. Three minutes from now.
Okay.
Okay, now go ahead and pull that off and just let that piece of wood fall on the inside. There you go.
Nice and easy.
Okay, lay it down. Okay, pull down, 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 up and away. Just like that. And I'm looking to see when that fretboard's right there, that little pie slice.
Yep.
That's done. Let's watch this side. There's something in the way right there.
There it goes.
And there it goes. Done.
Awesome. You leave that to sit for a minute or two?
Just for a minute or two. What this is going to have on the inside, it's going to have a bar that's shaped like this, a T-bar, except of course it's on end and it goes that way. Burnish a hole down in and then turn it forward and we'll see what kind of luck you have. I know it's a little awkward, but you just kind of get it in there and you tighten this down, and once you get a little bit of pressure on it, it holds it in place enough to where you can get it the rest of the way. You got it. Watch this down here. Look at that.
Oh yeah, it's moving.
Yeah. You'll see a little water come out. Go ahead and take that out. And just give that a quick wipe, just a little bit, nothing too crazy. And then we're going to hold it like this. Going to give it a little bit of pressure. Let's just see if we can break it loose by doing this. There it went. You hear it? Look at that old high glue. That's the serial number of the guitar, it's the model number. Just do everything to protect this line.